Chapter 7, Dust and Memory. Night crashed in as the trail thinned, surrendering to dusk's final breath. Stars flared sharp against blackness, witness to his solitary ascent. Beard itched beneath his fingers, accumulated dust and dried sweat forming a second skin. Memory flashed office desks, sales quotas, car lots with their garish pennants flapping, jobs abandoned one after another, chasing something unnamed across empty paychecks. Below, city sprawl pulsed with artificial light, each heartbeat diminishing as elevation claimed him. Stone shifted beneath his runner, treacherous in twilight's retreat. Pain bloomed instantly, a clean slice across his palm where sharp edge met flesh. Blood welled, bright crimson against pale dust. Sacrifice, unintended, yet somehow necessary. Words surfaced from books he'd read. Become who you are, Nietzsche's challenge echoing in wilderness. Fled from convention or found in solitude. Questions without simple answers. Scratching his beard, dust fell free like memories shed. Stars cut hard lines to stone, stone-shaped steps, all vibrating with purpose, alive with a hole he'd sensed since corporate grind lost its gravitational pull. Traded press suits for trail dirt, air conditioning for mountain winds, fair swap by any measure. Blood mixing with dust enacted ancient alchemy. Vital fluid meeting elemental earth, creating something neither could alone. His writing hand now marked each drop an ink more honest than any he'd used to fill notebooks during sobriety. Nearly a decade since the bottle released him, since clarity replaced chemical haze. Words came easier now, though selling them proved harder than selling products ever had. Those corporate years had reduced existence to bloodless abstractions, quarterly projections, sales targets, performance metrics. Human experience converted to numerical values, life itself transformed into exchange rates. He'd played that game until it hollowed him, until sobriety revealed its emptiness. Crimson seeping into trail dust recalled other sacrifices, other covenants. This is my blood of the covenant, which is poured out for many, whispered from Sunday school memories, from childhood faith abandoned, then rediscovered in different forms. His minor wound, connecting him to archetypal surrender, willing loss, generating unexpected gain. Former colleagues would see failure in his current state, unwashed, bleeding, laboring physically rather than manipulating symbols in climate-controlled rooms. Success redefined itself with each mile climbed, with each word written under open sky rather than fluorescent panels. Diogenes laughing at Alexander's empire came to mind. True freedom found in simplification rather than accumulation. Pain pulsed with heartbeat, sharp reminders. College abandoned when words mattered more than degrees. Sobriety maintained when clarity outweighed comfort. Careers discarded when authenticity called louder than security. Each choice a stone on this path, building to this night, this moment. Breath formed visible clouds, meeting mountain air in brief communion. Writing had taught him to observe such details, how exhalation revealed itself only against sufficient cold, how blood appeared brightest against palest surfaces. Nearly 10 years sober had sharpened perception, removed filters that once dulled experience. Each day, without artificial numbness, another step towards some summit, still unclear. Stars burned overhead with cold fire, indifferent, yet somehow intimate. City lights below mirrored them, human approximation of cosmic pattern. Between these twinned illuminations, he climbed, suspended between worlds. Concrete jungles and wilderness, academic knowledge and embodied wisdom, ambition and acceptance. Breath met mountain in rhythmic exchange, a hum forged through years of bass lines and trails, proving existence beyond doubt. Sprawl mirrored him, alive in stars, the quiet he'd climbed into, life remade with each conscious step. Air bit cold against skin, not his alone, but the trail's too. Shared temperature creating shared experience. Blood dried on his palm, forming topographic map, more valuable than any retirement plan abandoned. Lines unique as fingerprints, unreproducible moment of connection between body and world. Authenticity, purchased with pain. Identity, written in dust. Shadow of peak loomed closer, still distant enough to question whether tonight would see its summit. Uncertainty itself became companion, familiar from years of writing pages, unsure if they'd ever form completed manuscript, from maintaining sobriety one day at a time without guarantee of tomorrow's strength. Climbed onward, this itch now his to claim. Dust-filled beard, blood-marked hand, star-guided trail. No looking back at abandoned desks, discarded degrees, emptied bottles. Forward motion, the only prayer needed. Each step, both question and answer, became who he was becoming.